Hello students of Standard 8. Today we are going to discuss the French Revolution. Before discussing it, first of all I would like to shed light on what is nationalism. Nationalism means the love of the nation. It means a patriotism shown towards the nation. Here in this lesson, there are two forms of nationalism. One in which people throw out a foreign government. You know, that happened in India when the British people of India threw off the British rule. And there's another one in which people of a country revolt against the existing government. You know, when people become too unhappy with the government and they revolt against it, that is called, that is another form of nationalism. What are the causes of the French Revolution? First of all, what do you mean by the term revolution? A revolution is a big change that occurs in a society. It can be a social change, it can be a scientific change, it can be an economic change, and so on. What are the causes for the French Revolution? Political causes. The government of France was highly centralized. Centralized means bureaucratized. It means all the authority concentrated on a few or one person. Here, all the authority was concentrated on the king, and he ruled as an absolute monarch. His function was to command, and the people had to obey. The king was incapable of taking important decisions. The administration was corrupt. The queen irritated the people with her spendthrift nature. Spendthrift means spending money lavishly. Now there's a queen here called as Marie Antoinette. When the people had no bread and when they were crying, we want bread, she said, if there is no bread, give them cake. She was so idiotic enough that she did not realize the real needs of the people. Social costs. There was social inequality. The French society was divided into two classes, the haves and the have-nots. There was no social security and anyone could be imprisoned by the mere issue of warrants. Imprisoned means arrested. A warrant is a notification issued by a police for arresting a person. The condition of the peasants was miserable. The whole burden of taxation fell on the peasants. The upper class led a luxurious life. There was a saying in France, the nobles fight, the clergy pray, and the people pay. Role of philosophers. You know, the French philosophers were Montesquieu, Voltaire, and Rousseau. When people started reading their writings, they developed dislike for the government. These writings expressed the weakness of the monarchy. People lost respect for authority. Rousseau, in his book The Social Contract, said, man is born free, but he is bound in chains everywhere. He proclaimed the principle of equality and sovereignty of the people. The philosophers proclaimed the divine right theory of the people rather than the divine right theory of the king. Now, what do you mean by divine right? It was a belief in ancient Europe that when a king comes to rule, he is a ruler that is appointed by God, and that is known as the divine right theory of kings. The next cause was economic crisis. The French treasury was empty, and the only way to fill it was levying more taxes on the peasants. The poor classes people were burdened with taxes. The upper class was not willing to pay tax. Immediate costs. Under these difficult times, the king got no option but had to call the Estate General, the representative body of the people. This signified victory for the masses. Attack on Bastille. Bastille was a state prison for housing important public figures. The angry masses of France stormed the Bastille on 14 July 1789, which signaled the beginning of the French Revolution. King Louis XIV and the Queen and many others were executed on the guillotine. Here you can see a picture of the guillotine. It's a machine which is used to chop off heads. It's rather a brutal method of killing.